Since the pandemic, digital organization has been more important than ever. Why? Because organizing your digital stuff helps you streamline your processes, increases your productivity, and helps you maintain a good well-being. So how do you achieve that? So there are three core values of digital minimalism, and let's understand what they are. First thing to understand is choice and intention. You know you are using these things, but you also know that you need not be connected all the time. I see sometimes in our mess, students are on their phones even while eating, on their phones even while working out. So these are some of the things that we can avoid and maybe focus on what we are doing at that moment. Optimizing the tools which work for you. Nowadays there are so many apps. Even if you just say to-do list, there are hundreds and hundreds of apps in Play Store, and sometimes I get confused as to which one is good for me. So optimizing what works best, that is important. You cannot be there all the time. You may have the best app, you may have access to all the news, but you cannot access it all the time. Acceptance of that fact is important. Why? Because these companies, tech companies, take advantage of your FOMO, fear of missing out, and try to imbibe us with all the newsletters which are there. That helps them gain revenue, but then in the end for us it's loss of attention. There is a book by Cal Newport and the title is Digital Minimalism, and some of the strategies discussed in today's video are from that book. So the first one is not to hit like. I want you to evaluate yourself and reflect whether whatever video you watch, the like that you click on it, that is out of intention or just that the video has opened, the article has opened and now you have to hit like. Why do you hit like? What is your response for that? And if the response is that you are doing it involuntary, then stop that right now, because that is the one which is causing the addiction. Solitude is important. At least some time in a day you should be having to yourself alone. There are different ways by which we participate in things like nature walks or going on a beach or traveling or anything. Trying to delete social media from your phone can be next to impossible, but one thing that you can do is schedule hours where you check social media. For me it's generally 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. because morning it just bogs my mind and causes me more trouble. Now that we have focused on the principles, let's understand some of the tips and strategies that I use. And this is not just textbook knowledge. All the things that I've mentioned over here, these are followed by me, tried and tested, and I'm sure it's going to help you. Start with desktop. Sometimes I see computer desktop or laptop desktops, wallpaper is totally hidden behind the icons which you place, the folders that are there. Clearing all. And if you have to place something, then what you can do is put shortcuts instead of the original file. Once you are done with that task which involves that file, you can directly send it to recycle bin. Check your download section, how many things are there. Few things are there, then you can delete it completely. Now there is one thing that comes to email. You cannot completely empty email. If you empty it today, it will keep coming on. So most important is managing the email so as your peace does not get affected, rather than you try to do inbox zero. One thing that I do is I put labels for everything and I put filters. So for example, if I want an email with these particular words like receipt or purchases, then that will go in that particular label automatically without me doing anything. So this helps in streamlining the work with respect to email. Gmail has such good functions that no other email application can have. You can have a routine for checking mail 6 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Then there are newsletters which you subscribe to, which can be a part of that. There are few companies which keep sending you newsletters even if you have not subscribed. So sending them straight to spam folders. As far as your phone is concerned, uninstalling unused apps. Recently I got Google One membership and I find it so useful that whatever I have now I can just throw into the drive. Whatever receipts also you have, I have a separate folder in my Google Drive that says receipts, and whatever receipts I get, I just scan and upload it to Drive. If you are using any browser, which you are, I'm sure, if there are too many tabs open, then there are applications available which can consolidate all that into one. What I do generally is I bookmark the folders, and I have a to-do folder. There are several other folders, so whatever link I get, the link by default goes to to-do folder, and from there whenever I have time, I sort it to different folders. Then deleting cookies and histories, that's important time to time, otherwise it consumes too much of your memory. Passwords and logins need to be taken care of. A good password manager, I use Dashlane, but there are several others. Don't use Google because there are reports of phishing attacks on that. If you are using any kind of note-taking apps, then delete Pages. And if you are using anything for cloud storage like Dropbox, I mentioned Google Drive, but there are several apps like SugarSync, Dropbox is there, and many more which you can use. Decluttering that from time to time is important. Now that we have gone through all the tips, I keep looking forward to new things, new software, new plugins to try, and if you have something to suggest me, then comment down below. Till the next video.